And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard some Coyote Man, What Once Was, off their brand new album, Coyote Man. And that was released today, which is Tuesday. So when this airs, it would be
It's
tomorrow,
Tuesday, January 31st.
Get your finger out my face, boy. And see them play the Liars Club in Chicago, February 24th with Sons of Ra. And this is a fun one, guys. Come in, I need your help. That's remove the vowels. CMN, new word.
No, you can't say remove the vowels because need has
It's all
two
one.
E's.
It's all one word. Is this all one word?
No.
And then I need, which is together.
No.
Your YR help. All right.
You'll have to see it.
And then Beyond Death, Death That Never Comes. And fun stuff. Well,
You're so distracted right now.
no, I'm just reading stuff. All right. I am Luca Blaze, Morgan Danielle. We got the
Distracted.
chin hair of knowledge.
Back
Sitting
in
next to me,
action.
back in action. And sitting next to me is Charlie.
Charlie.
Doing
Charles
windmill headbanging. And we have a twofer on with us tonight. We got, okay, one. You know what? Go. You pronounce it. You're
I'm
so
Alex from Malas.
Malas.
That's correct.
I'm going to, before the
Malas.
show's over, I'm just going to be like, I don't know why I was having trouble with it. Malas.
Yeah, you got it. It's beautiful.
Malas.
It's beautiful. It's how the Dark One intended it to be.
Perfect. Well, let's keep going down the line. Who else is with you tonight?
I'm Jim. I play drums for Malas.
I'm Eric. I play bass and vocals for Malas.
I'm Jarek. I play bass for DITHEIST. I was gonna say for Malas. Conrad, I play guitar and write most of the music and lyrics and stuff.
He plays for Malas too.
For Malas. So everyone here tonight is from Malas. From DITHEIST. So, very cool. We got twofer. This is only the second time we've had a two-band conjoined
Thought they all
party-
decided to come
party
out
time.
together.
We're popping
Yes.
your cherry.
We're popping our cherry second time.
Well, it's
Our-
been
our
popped. Now it's
second
just getting
cherry.
a little sore.
Now you're rubbing us real
Yeah,
hard.
but well, you know.
So, DITHEIST has been on. This is your guys' second time on. The first time you guys came on was Morgan. What was the date?
It's written on there.
You wrote it down, but I wanted to see if you remembered.
April
it was
26th.
April 26th of last year.
What?
And let's catch
I
up.
don't even remember.
Let's catch up real quick.
You
What
were
have
also
guys,
very super drunk.
I was not drunk.
as he sips on his beverage. What have you guys been up? So it's almost been a year since the last time you guys were on. What have you guys been up to? You guys came back on. You just released this split.
Yeah, we've been working on the split for the majority of time. Not too many shows. Like one every month or so.
And you guys did a split vinyl with Malas, and it is fucking sweet.
I was just like 2 years ago. I was like throwing this idea around. Well, let's do a split, and so we started talking with Alex, and he had some local guy, that was supposed to do it, and then we decided on Pirate Press and all the graphic design that goes into it, and waiting for the test press and all that. It took like more than 2 years.
So
it's a labor of love.
Labor of love.
Be honest with you.
So you guys brought a vinyl tonight of the split. Did you guys release it only in vinyl, or did you guys release it in any other formats?
It's only a vinyl.
It's
Only
a
vinyl.
special edition 250 copy thing.
Damn.
So it can't go into your
Just on
computer.
vinyl.
It can't-
Vinyl.
Unless
Don't question me. I
Unless
will
you-
find a way.
unless you try real hard, you
Right,
can
right.
No,
listen
well,
to it.
you could rip it, put it in a
Yeah,
USB
you don't wanna
turntable.
do that.
I have one of those.
Or you could, just
Or you just play it on a record player.
That's
this is
true.
sweet. So,
or you can just record, songs from both of the CDs, their CDs and our CD.
and there's
Well,
all together.
it's different recordings for
yeah.
Malas anyway. We remixed our end of it because we wanted to be different just for vinyl and stuff like that. So I think DITHEIST did the same thing. You guys did a
you
remix.
Have to, you have to
vinyl.
you have to remaster for
So
vinyl anyway.
it's quite different than the CD, but it still has the same qualities.
So now the artwork on this, you got different artwork on both sides. Let me just say, this is
That's actually
you guys. This is fucking
the first
awesome.
time I've seen 2 different album artworks on either side. But
On a
maybe
vinyl.
it's like the first split that
We
I've
had
ever
like
done.
many ideas. Eric was supposed to do like one cover, for both bands, but then I think I was like, let's use the stuff we have, and
Just-
so they did a new cover for their stuff, and we just used the same cover from the CD.
Eric
The,
did the
uh,
graphic design,
yeah,
so he's
yeah.
the guy in charge. If you want to,
We
any questions for him?
we were just brainstorming and trying to, make the best decision and stuff. So this is the way it came out.
Didn't you put naked girls on the cover?
Naked girls. There weren't any good ones to put on there.
Why didn't you put any naked girls on your cover, man? Don't blame me.
It is.
You know why? I will answer this question. You know what? Because this is not horrid.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yarek
There's some love there, though.
Yarek forgot which band this was.
Vicious Attack. Vicious Attack. That's another one. Yeah, they like to put titties on their stuff.
boobies. Oh yeah. Well, this is fucking sweet. So the artwork for Malas.
Malas.
Really?
I'm gonna mess it up all night.
Say it with us.
I'm gonna mess it up all night. So forgive me now. Who did the artwork on this? It's a fucking sweet demon knight holding a giant sword with a magical left hand, just standing on skulls.
What's it say?
He's the violent.
He's the violent executioner.
That's right, and that's the tune that's in there, Violent Executioner, and it's a whole story based on this guy.
Nice.
You got to read
Based
the
on
lyrics are
this
in
guy.
there.
Okay.
But yeah, the artwork was done by Raul Gonzalez from
Yeah.
from Spain.
Spain, Barcelona.
Does a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, well, I met him over there when I was over there, and he's a cool guy.
A couple years ago, I was talking to him about creating a cover for us.
Sure, sure.
He's
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Well, he did this Violent Executioner, and the Path to Holocaust he also did. So if you look at the cover of the CD, he's responsible for that one too. So he's kind of one of our favorites. Comes up with cool stuff. Eric has tons of stuff too, and then we've used that too. But we like what he's done for us. It's pretty good.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, the whole everything looks badass. Well,
And
one
it's on
took
colored
2 fucking
record.
years.
and it color vinyl. It's
Yeah.
so are they all red?
Yes.
Or just certain? Okay.
Yes. They're all red. 250 limited edition copies.
And none of the labels I was talking to wanted to do it because it's too expensive. They didn't want to invest $3,000 or whatever to put it out.
Wow.
And that's how much it is. That's how much it takes. 2 years and $3,000.
Because there's only, from what I hear, there's only select places that still make vinyl now, like throughout the world.
Well, that's true, but vinyl has gotten so popular now that
They sell
everything's
millions
back
now.
ordered.
Yeah.
Everything is back ordered, man. That's why it took so long to get this done. Usually, what, a couple months, 4 months,
6 months.
6
They
months.
say up to 6 months.
But
just to
now-
get the
We got them back
test
faster
pressing.
than we thought we would.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. We thought we were going to get them like, in 2017 and shit, but all of a sudden they showed up
We've
for.
had them for about a month
Yeah.
or so now.
So it was great.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bringing the new year with some badass new vinyls.
So who got to keep the test press?
We all shared it.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what test press?
Yeah,
What's
they
that?
got to
pressing.
test
They
it.
just they send you one to make sure it sounds the way you want it to sound, because it's different.
There's-
Vinyl has like mid-range,
Yeah.
everything is compressed in the mid-range of the spectrum.
Very cool. Well, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah,
Well,
the test pressing isn't red and it doesn't have the fancy sticker. It just says, the number of the record
yeah.
and what it is, side A, side B, and you're supposed to just listen to it, and that's it.
There's like number of them, yeah? There's a couple of them, yeah?
There's only 4.
So why don't we go ahead and play a twofer? We'll play one from a song from each band. Now we won't hear the remixed, remastered versions because those are only on the vinyl, and we don't have a vinyl player to play into the computer. But you have one of those?
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing one, but I was like, but they probably don't have an amplifier and stuff.
USB one. They got USB turntables, man.
So, well, we'll play the original versions of the songs, but the vinyls have the remix or remastered version, so they're a little bit different than the actual version you were
It's
saying.
actually a lot different, like on regular CD has lots of like top, the top spectrum, like the solos and cymbals and singing you hear up there.
Yeah.
And here it's sort of like together with drums and bass and everything. So it's like
It's a whole nother.
it's different. It's like you have to listen like more closely to it, sort of.
well,
Like I cannot hear my like solos as well. It's a little different. It's just it's not digital. It's analog. So
it's a different version of the song. Well, very cool. Well, why don't we go ahead and play one song from each band? Morgan, what do you have on there? What are we playing?
I have the.
You have everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we play one from each? Why don't you guys pick? What do you guys want to play first? Don't all speak at once.
Why don't you play Hellfire?
Morgan.
Hellfire.
And what would you guys like to play, Conrad? Hellfire and Doomed. Let's fucking do it.
Hey, this is Pete.
Tanner.
And we're Bloodletter, and you're listening to
We are back. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we have the chin-haired knowledge again with us. Our friend Charlie's hanging out as we interview our friends in Malas and DITHEIST. So that was a twofer, and that was in celebration of their dual-released record that they just came out with last month. So we heard from Malas, we heard Hellfire, and then we heard from DITHEIST, Doomed. Dun, dun, dun. Doomed. All right, so first we'll start with Malas here. What was Malas Hellfire about?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
How can I help
That's
you?
what it's about.
I
What
was
was Hellfire
distracted.
about?
I'm sorry. Hellfire. Hellfire is basically a complete obliteration of everything when the shit hits the fan.
I liked the first answer better. What is it about? Yes, ma'am.
Hellfire. I mean, it's self-explanatory, really. I mean, it's just everything, just the apocalypse and the whole thing. Not that I believe in the apocalypse or anything, but it's just, one of those little stories that everybody likes to talk about.
Apocalypse stories.
And now on to DITHEIST. What is Doomed?
It's sort
about?
of like very similar.
Yeah?
Yeah, really.
Come on, bro.
You're in cahoots.
That's why I got to split
And
together.
it's also about, like greed, that we're all doomed and we're not going to take the fucking money with us, and all that stuff. So, but mainly it's about, us being fucked.
Yeah. I mean, the lyrics are all printed on here too, which is very cool for both of the band's music. But yeah, that's what I'm getting the same from reading the lyrics.
Well,
here.
it's metal.
Doomsday
It's not going to be love. you know it's not going to be
Flowers.
we're having a relationship.
Well, it could
This
be.
song's
I
about
mean,
love and
unless
flowers.
you guys like hit it in with
It's
like
metal.
everything
I mean,
else.
I don't think Deceased is going to write any love songs anytime soon.
This is about
I mean, I was just saying, that was a love
hellfire,
song.
flowers, and love.
Rainbows and unicorns.
Next song we're gonna have about flowers in the hair and all that shit.
Hey, it'll still be brutal.
Dead. She'll be dead though.
The softer side of
Sure,
softer
sure.
side of Ditheist next time. So let's start hearing a little bit about the backstory of Malas and how you guys formed as a group and your influences as a band.
This is Eric talking. I met Alex back in it was like late '90s, like a Judas Priest concert or something like that, and we had a mutual friend that I used to jam with, and
We were all dirtbags.
yeah, basically, and they were already kind of jamming like Celtic Frost and Slayer tunes and stuff, and they were saying they're looking for somebody to play bass. And our mutual friend, so I used to play with them, and it was a good opportunity to get together with them again and play. It's been a long time, and so we started doing Celtic Frost and Slayer tunes, Priest and stuff, just hanging out, Tuesday nights or whatever. But then after a while, it's still, let's come up with some original tunes and stuff, and it just kind of went from there. And then we decided on the name Malas. We were throwing around a couple goofy names for the band, but it wasn't too serious at first. But after a while, we just kind of got into it and started playing shows. And
'Cause it was
15,
just supposed
16
to be for
years
fun.
later,
Yeah,
here we are.
Because we were bored and we hated everything that was coming out, so we like to play old stuff, and that's that's old school for us. We were there when all that stuff was happening. We was kind of disenchanted with what was going on. And so we just started playing stuff, and then we said we were going to play stuff that reminiscent of the era that we liked so much. And, Malas was forged at that time.
What does it mean?
Malas? Malas is, it's like a Latin word that means that you're having a bad time, or there's a bad omen around you when things just don't go right. That's basically it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Now, my other question for you guys was going to be, I know we were talking about it before the show, but your situation for, like, band practice, there's some distance between some of you guys.
Jim, you want to talk about that? Because this is the guy that drives 2 fucking hours to practice right here.
That's dedication.
Dedication.
Yeah. I live out by DeKalb, kind of, and we practice at Alex's studio down in the city.
Practice spot is the shit, though.
It is. It's the shit. I mean, it's not like I have
When he
to.
gets there, he stays there for a week.
No, I wish I could.
He wishes, yeah.
But I'm just very thankful to have supportive family at home that, supports and puts up with all that I do to make this band happen and be a part of it, which I'm very pleased.
The metals.
That's awesome. And it's awesome that you've been together for so long that even that distance doesn't drive you apart.
I haven't been in the band the whole time. I joined Malas in 2011. Their original drummer, Danny, started off with them and put 11 years in the band, and some things went bad, and Alex called me saying, hey man, I've jammed with Eric in bands since 1989. We played in our first band, Lord Blasphemer, together in 1989.
And interestingly enough, Narcissus used to be in Lord Blasphemer. Yeah.
Narcissus,
Wow.
Our drummer.
Lord Blasphemer for a while, there, off and on.
We even did shows together. Narcissus would play drums for them and for us.
I did vocals on their first recording.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we
Lots of history.
we've been around the metal scene forever, and
Yeah, we love it.
we do it just because we love to do it. We're not making a bunch of money. We don't do it for that. We do it because we love to do it. And Eric too. Eric lives in Elgin, and we rode together for years. I would stop and pick him up. We'd drive down there, and head back out. We just are dedicated to it, and we want to continue to do it. So that's why we do it.
Nice.
And I set up my guys. They come to the spot and it's set. Everything is set. We record there. We write there. We hang out there. It's like a home away from home.
5 different drum sets ready to go.
5 different drum sets. I got like fucking 40 guitars
200
hanging on the wall. I got a full studio, and I've been doing this all my life.
Refrigerator is full. I checked. I was there a couple of times.
it
Always
is full.
fucking full.
It's always full. I take care of my boys. I got bourbon, not
So you're
this
not
whiskey
bringing
stuff.
gear with you. It's already there.
Everything's there.
That's
We
awesome.
just show up
Makes it easy.
and play. Oh yeah. And you get there after the day that you worked so hard for. The last thing you want to do is like haul shit, the gear back and forth. So there's that where there's a comfort level that you know what you're in for when you get there. You know what you have to do.
So the recording studio that you recorded your album at is your own. What is that called?
That's called Maldito Studios. Maldito Studios, Maldito Records, and the album is on that label right now.
So
That's
besides
our own.
you guys, who else do you have under your label and have recorded?
That's I've done some other projects, so it's been mainly Malas. The other project I worked on was there's a band called Mandatory Abortions that I'm working with right now that I'm playing drums with. So they're kind of on the label too because I'm playing, and then it's a DIY thing, so we're doing that. There was Den of Vipers that I put on the Maldito label. My first band, Maldición, and that was when the label started. That's when my whole thing started for that. And I'm forgetting some other stuff, but it's been a long time. That it's just slowly a couple things here and there and just built into something that, that we're looking at on the table right now. That's the product.
Nice. Well, let's play one of your songs again off of Path to Holocaust before we switch over to DITHEIST and hear a little bit about their backstory again to refresh our listeners. What is the next song that you would want to play?
We were talking about Bitches Sabbath or
Bitches
Yeah.
Sabbath.
Bitches Sabbath. That's the one, yeah.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Bitches Sabbath. What up?
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
And we are back. We just heard Bitches Sabbath off of the Path to Holocaust EP by Malas. Now, gentlemen, what was that song
He tried
about?
to seduce you when he said it, guys. Look at that.
It's easy to do. Bitches Sabbath is about a young woman that goes through some terrible ordeal in her,
Real bitch.
place or whatever, and she turns to black magic to give herself empowerment and all that because of her past and stuff like that. So it's it's one of those she goes through a lot of stuff. She goes through rape and torture until she gets her revenge back when she joins this coven and brings the devil back into the picture and destroys everybody. It's a pretty cool story.
It's crazy that you fit that whole story in a song that's only 3 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what we do. We're musicians.
It's death metal.
It's
It's weird.
Right?
It's supposed to be like that, not like
I love
bullshit.
it so much. You give this elaborate story, and it's like you really got to pay attention to these lyrics because
Yeah.
they happen so
Yeah.
quickly.
It's just not bullshit.
It's a
you know?
storytelling. Yeah, awesome. Woo.
Most of the stuff nowadays, I hate to say it, is bullshit.
I agree.
It's too long. 6-minute songs. Who the hell? Who's gonna hear that?
Right.
Listen
I
to
mean,
that even.
and you want to write a song about conjuring the devil, then write a song, not bullshit your way through it.
You heard it from Alex first.
It
Don't
is-
bullshit it.
Don't bullshit songs about
Nobody
conjuring
has
the
time
devil.
to pussyfoot around.
If you're gonna conjure the devil, you have to be serious.
Fucking
me.
do
I
it
want
right.
6 minutes.
The Dark Lord needs the right thing,
The Dark
or
Lord
else he's
needs
not going
3
to come.
minutes and 38 seconds to be summoned.
Damn right. By a woman.
Oh.
There you go.
Even better. All right.
Comes fast.
That's what she said.
60 seconds.
Anyway, switching over to Ditheist, let's talk a little bit about what you guys have been up to since April 26th of 2016. That's the last time you were on, just to refer.
We were
refresh your memory.
thinking about booking time in the studio, but also, like in December, we lost our practice spot.
Oh no!
So we don't practice. We don't do shows right now.
What?
As of right now, and we keep pushing. We keep thinking about recording a new album, but I just keep changing the date and all that. It's just-
So that's been happening for a
Yeah.
year, almost.
No. We lost. No, we're still playing shows a couple months ago, but we in December we lost the practice spot, and now we're sort of like
Up in the air.
Okay.
yeah. And Narcissus is pissed that we don't practice. Blah blah blah. He doesn't talk to me much, and drama. It's like with a wife, almost.
You'll get through
It's he's a wife that I never had.
Oh. I
He
don't
wants
know how
to
to
beat on
recover
the
from
drums.
that conjuring.
He wants to beat on the drums.
Well, let's talk about a little bit about your self-titled release. We've reviewed it on our website. Sean was awesome and wrote 2 reviews for Ditheist albums. That's under the reviews from the Crypt section. So the self-titled album came out when?
It was 2015, October 2015.
October 2015. Okay,
Yeah,
so
about
about
October
year
12th, maybe.
year and a couple months, fresh off the record. Where was that recorded for you guys?
That's another. Yeah,
the studio?
he can tell you.
Say something. Cinema.
Well, you came to me first, but then I couldn't do it. Remember?
Actually, I'm gonna tell the story.
Came
Now
to-
that
to
I
Ma-
remember.
to-
No,
to
because it's
Malas
so much more
Pizza
complicated that you would think. So we were supposed to record with Chris in Wisconsin, the Bell City Studios. It's called. It has a different name. The studio now. What is it called? I don't remember.
We'll
But
come back to it,
Gorgasm and Decinter and all those bands, Against the Plagues and Jungle Rat, all those bands recorded there. And so we're supposed to do that CD with him, but I called him and he didn't answer, and I did it like for weeks. So then it turned out that he was remodeling the whole studio, so we couldn't do it with him. So I booked this guy from off of Facebook, and he was like, "I'm great with death metal, blah 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 blah," and it turns out the guy was doing like audiobooks and rap and like. He just didn't have any.
You can steal Eric's microphone. He's half asleep. So if you want to talk right now, bring it forward for him to talk into.
So he didn't have any idea about recording or producing or anything with even mixing metal. So
he recorded. Recording came out
like he
master. He tried to master it, but no, it did no.
These two guys fighting over microphones.
So then you wasted all this. So you recorded.
No. We
tracks down with
no.
him,
We record everything, but the drums he didn't use separate stands for the drum microphones. So he just put it on the rim. So then when he was hitting the skins, you hear the ring of the drum hardware.
He just had a terrible drum sound, and these guys wanted something a little bit more metal, right? So, I mean, this stuff was more mic'd up more like a jazz kit more than a rock kit or metal kit,
Well, the only issue was
he brought it to me, and then
you could hear the hardware of a fucking drum in there, like boom, bang, boom, bang.
Oh, kind of like echo out.
Yeah, from the microphone being on the hardware of a drum.
he just didn't do a good job of tracking the drums. That's
so we fixed that in
post.
We fixed that with Chris later on, and we also the singer that was with us, Jason. He was sort of like more of a 80s kind of.
He's not that metal fan.
Yeah, he was more.
He doesn't listen to that metal, so he doesn't know.
He was
how he was supposed to.
Yeah, his singing was more like early Pantera or like even Poison or something.
Poison.
Yeah.
Was it? No, not that.
A little bit like that sometimes. So sort of like singing, screaming, mixed, and we just thought it was not strong enough, and I was like I can do better. So
he had some interesting vocal choices.
Yeah, he did. He actually did.
Interesting.
He had
stuff,
lots of character.
but not what you guys wanted.
At some point,
I like some parts of how
He wanted you guys to do like some like high pitched vocals, like.
He was like he had like some different characters in there. There was like a circus act in there and this and that. The guy can like imitate any kind of actor and any voice from TV. He's awesome, but he's not a death metal singer. So I decided to record the vocals again with our new singer Luke, and so Luke did the majority of it, and I did the backing vocals, and I sort of help him out, where to sing and stuff, all that. So over like 2 days, we redid all the vocals and mixed the album again, and fixed some of the echoes on the drums, and that was it. I think Chris did it in like 2 days.
Nice.
Versus the other guy.
It would take it forever.
I was there like 7 times maybe.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Well, what's your favorite song off the album? Let's play a track off of the self-titled DITHEIST album.
Yeah, it's like this. It has like this jazzy sort of feel to it. Like it's still death metal, but it's just like the progressions, the chords we used for that. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's do Centipede.
Creepy.
You're listening to The Metal Experience.
We've assembled a collection of bands who have drummers.
I do magic.
Well, it's easy if you try, Dick. Now sit back and listen.
All right, we are back. Luca Blaze, Morgan Danielle, the Chin Hair of Knowledge, and we just heard
Centipede.
We just heard Centipede. By DITHEIST. And about the human centipede. You even mention the human centipede
Good
in the
movie.
songs. 12 legs writhing in pain. Fun stuff. Well, it's about that time.
It's never that time.
It never is that time, but right now it is about that time.
No, it's not.
For Dirk to give us a little bit of, you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So Morgan?
Time to sit back and relax and listen to the one that the metal gods themselves gave us. It's time for the heaviest of them all, the Chin Hair of Knowledge.
So, Luca.
Yes.
I've got some tour news.
Okay.
Because I haven't been here in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, I forgot to... last week I didn't add any, so...
Okay.
But
all you have is tour news?
No, and one random news.
Okay,
That's
well, give
about
me
it.
the tour news first.
Monomarth announced a brief U.S. tour around some festivals. Goat Whore's appearing on select dates.
Goat Whore.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
But it's April 30th the tour begins and ends May 21st. And May 13th, they said it's Chicago, but I know it's Indiana at the Dark Lord Day Festival hosted by Three Floyds Brewery.
Oh, very cool.
I played that.
Yeah, they changed it up this year. It's now like $200. But you get the 4-pack of Dark Lord instead of paying $60. You get one bottle of Dark Lord specialty kind of.
Sure.
$40 of food and drink tickets.
No happy endings?
And then the rest is the I guess the $80 is for like the fest and everything else.
Wow.
So,
yeah, I played that with Minsk and Den of Vipers back in the day. Well, I think it was like the fourth time. Yeah, 2009.
I actually know Minsk.
Yeah.
I
Den of Vipers is not together right now.
But every year it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
No.
Minsk
This year it's only like 5 bands, and it used to be like they used to have like a whole like 7 to 10 band lineup.
Right.
But the only band so far is announced is I guess the Monomarth.
All right.
But I still don't know $80 just to go see.
It's a lot of money. I like their beer though. It's good beer.
Yeah, but
I think it's also the experience too.
But Dark Lord Day, you could sell basically one bottle of Dark Lord and recoup your money, because Dark Lord's only sold on Dark Lord Day.
Dark Lord Day.
Yeah, and if you age it, it gets better.
Yeah, that's what they say, but I don't know. What do you think? Jim right here is a beer connoisseur. He can tell you all about it.
Every day he posts a picture.
Oh yeah, Dark Lord is it's very sought after. It's an Imperial Russian Stout. It goes 13 to 15% alcohol, and they have a lot of variants. They do vanilla ones or coconut ones, or age it in different types of barrels, and it's just it's crazy. The tickets for the thing sell out on the internet in 10 seconds.
Well, because it used to be $40 just for like the entry, and then like $60 for a case. So now the case is included in this $200.
Yeah, I went there in 2013, and I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. It's a lot of money. It is. It's a huge pain in the ass to, They have cool bands.
But did they let you taste all the other beer or whatever?
Yeah, they got taste stuff. Well, when I was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, everything's for sale. You can buy cases of their regular beers, the Zombie Dust. And
I want free stuff.
Well, that's not the place to get
for
it.
$200, come on, you're gonna
Three
get something for
Floyds,
free. Or getting the beer for free.
Every inch of your pocketbook they can get their hands on.
And people,
It's like beer Disney World,
Yeah.
Beer Disney World.
And people, like you said, they pay it no problem, man.
'Cause
People are standing in line all around that area to give them their money.
Yeah.
Just take my money.
Yeah.
And the hipsters will give it up, man. They'll just hand over the wallet. you
Yeah,
know?
but I do gotta say though, Three Floyds is some delicious beer though.
It is. It puts leads in your pencil if you have somebody to write to.
I keep the bottles of all the bands that they do collaborations with.
Yeah, I have all the bottles too.
Like the Cannibal Corpse and all
Amber
that.
Smash Face.
Amber
that was-
Smash Face.
Amber
Then they
Smash
had
Face.
this corrosion conformity beer.
Yeah, that was the Troll. Oh, that's Brewdoo. That's a good one. Yeah,
And then-
that's
then-
like a ale harvest. It's a fall beer. When they harvest the hops, they make the Brewdoo. It's got like the little troll on it. And
Brewdoo.
Brewdoo. Yeah.
Brewdoo, brah.
Have another bourbon.
Have another.
That was that Dark Lord Day and everything else. But the next one I've got is Iron Maiden. You guys will probably know. U.S. tour with Ghost as support.
Yeah, I got a ticket for that.
June 15th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater in Tinley.
That's like
Yeah,
the second
buddy.
time around, yeah? This tour. Because they
Yeah.
already toured for the
The Book of Souls.
The
Yeah,
Book of
it's the
Souls, yeah.
second time.
Yeah.
around. My buddy picked up a couple lawn seats when they went on sale Friday. So
I'm tempted
Guess
to
we're
go.
gonna go.
I haven't seen Iron Maiden since
I was with you
2011.
the last time with Motorhead and Dio.
Yeah.
Me too, 2003, yeah?
Yeah.
2003 in
Yeah, that's right. We saw you there. Tinley Park.
You didn't. You didn't know me then. It was so long ago.
He did.
I didn't know anyone in metal scene in 2003.
Okay.
I just moved here
All
like
right. I believe you.
yeah, like I believe you. I think two weeks. Week before the show, I moved.
Dude, that was a long time ago, man.
2003. It was summer. Summer 2003,
It
hot
was
day.
Dio, Motorhead, and Iron Maiden.
I went there the day of the show and I got the a seat in the second row. It was awesome.
Jeez.
played early. It was during the daylight, right?
Yeah. It was still.
I saw Iron Maiden and Megadeth in fucking Las Vegas at the fucking what's the Coliseum, and that was a badass show. I forgot who opened up, but it didn't matter. You know, Megadeth and Iron Maiden, man.
I saw, the only two times I saw Megadeth was one opening for Heaven and Hell at Allstate Arena in 2007, and then at the Rockstar Mayhem. With
Didn't you
Sandy.
go to like the fest that Dave Mustaine used to do?
Gigantour?
I went like every year.
I wanted to go to Gigantour.
The Mega Dave Fest.
The Mega Dave.
It was awesome though. They always
When was
had
the
cool
first time you saw Megadeth, Eric?
Well, that was back in '86 when they opened up for King Diamond at the Metro.
In 86? Damn.
It was like the Peace Cells wasn't even out yet. It
Before
was-
you were born.
They're
Yeah.
still doing.
5 years before I was born.
They're still doing Killing Is My Business, but they're getting ready to put out Peace Cells.
They play any songs from Peace Cells?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they did. They did the song. They did Wake Up Dead, Peace Cells, but
Killing is the
But-
best anyhow.
yeah, that's the best one.
Mechanics.
Mechanix.
I listened to it in my car the other day and I was like, wow, this is so wild
It's
and sick. Just,
fucking ripping, man.
souls all over the place.
Yeah, it's Dave Mustaine, man. Ripping. Metallica lost a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
They lost a good drunk.
A good drunk. Oh, my goodness. All right.
And then my last bit of tour news is Deep Purple and Alice Cooper.
Wow.
Deep Purple.
September 6th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
I have to tell you this. The singer from Deep Purple, he cannot sing for shit these days.
Yeah.
He's terrible. I saw him in 2003. They were amazing. One of the best shows in my life in Chicago Theater. It was fucking amazing with Thin Lizzy. Now, 2 years ago, I saw them. he sucks. He tries to sing, like the guitar player, he does the solos, and he's trying to do, sync with the vocals with his solos, and he's failing. Like, just terrible, got old, and there's no excuse. They should just quit.
He just wants to keep rocking.
They should just go home.
It's all
and
about
say,
the
I'm
money.
too old and sorry.
It's all about the money with those big types of bands.
The Benjamins.
It's their last hurrah, man.
I know, but if you go like on YouTube and
don't you want to invest into his fucking Geritol fund and shit?
Geritol and Viagra.
Go like see them like a couple years ago. They did the Wacken Festival. He cannot sing for shit. It's just it's. I would be ashamed to go on stage, really, really. And I remember him, being so good, and just they were jamming for like 40 minutes. They did solos back and forth with bass with keyboards, and then bass with drums, and then keyboards with guitars, and it was just something to see. The show was like over 2 hours. It was amazing, and now it's just.
Was it packed?
They're still playing, but he
so
cannot
he
sing,
made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So he.
Eric had a bad experience with Foghat. Didn't you see Foghat? It was terrible.
Oh, they were terrible when I saw them. They're playing at their Arcata soon.
Those recently, yeah.
I'm a Foghat fan, and
Me too.
they didn't play any. They
didn't do
Shakes his
any
head.
of the good songs.
Disappointed.
It was first off, the only original member is the drummer, so like the lead singer's dead, and they really padded their set. They had to have done like maybe 4 or 5 tunes total, and everything in between was them just wanking the guitar with the slide guitar. It was like seriously, they were just hanging out, like fucking around with the slide guitar, like, and then the bass player, he was failing the funk on Slow Ride and
Feeling the funk.
Failing the funk.
Failing the funk.
Failing the funk.
Slow Ride is a tune, man.
That's the big tune, and they failed. I don't know. Maybe if they're headlining, maybe they play more of their killer tunes.
So they played only 4 songs throughout the whole.
That's what it seemed like. 'Cause it was like "Fool for the City," just the hits,
Yeah.
or stuff from that Foghat Live. But there's so many other cool tunes that they do that really kick ass. That it's like, dude.
See, this is another band that should fucking quit a long time ago, decades ago. When the guy died, just quit and
They're
say
in
goodbye.
it for the money.
Yeah, the main guy.
It's like Ozzy every year.
There's Slayer and Kiss.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him one more chance.
He's willing to give him one more chance.
Yeah, but it's like Ozzy, every year. We're gonna retire now.
He's another one in it
It's
for
the-
the money.
Motley Crue's another one.
Motley Crue's
It's
already
the
got like
end.
all
It's
those
the
bands.
reunion
8
tour.
farewell tours.
And then 3 years later, Ozzy is like, "Oh, I'm bored. We're gonna go on tour again. We're gonna do Japan."
Look at all the bands that play the summer festivals, the county fair circuit. They're all just
It's like Heart.
they're living on their name to make money because they can't. They're too old.
I know,
and they
I
can't
know.
do anything else with their life.
Heart did like
They sniffed it all in the 80s. So they got nothing left.
Sharon makes Ozzy tour to pay for all his addiction and therapy and to go back to rehab every time that he's off tour and can't afford it anymore.
That's why she is who she is.
Sharon. All right, Derek. Any more tour news?
No, that's it.
All right, you got some miscellaneous.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Anthrax have announced that they're making a beer called War Dance.
Who's making that?
Morgan loves beer.
That
I love
I
Anthrax.
actually couldn't find, but it's only going to be 5.5% alcohol.
Weak.
Well, that's okay. That's a standard
So
for
it's
lager.
March
Weak
27th.
sauce.
It's going to start being available.
March 27th.
So it's like Heineken.
Yeah.
Heineken.
And then, the other odd bit of news is Behemoth is making their 5th beer. So now they got more beers. No, it's 5th or 6th. So now they got more beers than Anheuser-Busch.
You know why they do that? To make more money.
But that beer, the Behemoth beer, is only available in Poland, apparently.
Did anyone try the Megadeth beer?
Yes.
A
How is it?
Tulemon.
It's actually pretty tasty. I bought a 4-pack, the last one that's sitting at Binny's.
Is it like a lager or ale or?
I
It's
tried
just a regular
the
kinda
Iron
like
Maiden, the Trooper
ale.
thing.
No. I was talking about Megadeth beer.
The Megadeth, I don't know about.
The
Trooper one. Was
They
terrible.
made I tried the Megadeth one. I bought the last 4-pack at Binny's. It's actually pretty tasty. It's just kind of just like an ale, kind of, or no, it's a saison. That's what it is. But going back to the Iron Maiden ones, they remade the Trooper beer, and it was 100 times better.
They remastered it too.
The
They
dark-
remastered it.
Yeah.
You mean the dark one?
The porter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That
'cause
one
they-
was okay.
Porter, yeah, like
the
like
one in
Guinness.
cans was better than the one in the bottles.
I got a bottle of the porter.
Yeah, because there was one that tasted like grapefruit, and then they made it. They made the Trooper 666 one,
Oh,
or something like that.
Yeah,
that was
I think that's
like a better like kind of porter.
Right.
But
yeah, the first one was pretty bad. I don't like the English style ales.
Yeah. No, there was, I forget what beer it was, but there was 1349 that made two different beers. They were pretty tasty. I found those at Benny's a long time ago. And then the AC/DC beer is actually not too bad too.
I think I
Rock or
had the
bust.
AC/DC beer.
Random news became beer talk.
Beer.
But beer
What else-
is delicious.
What else you got?
That's it.
Was just beer talk?
Eric's
Okay.
gonna call us a bunch of
So
beer
you
fucks.
brought a band to share with us tonight.
I
What
did.
is?
What is the band that
It's
you did?
well, I'm a big fan of like the old school crossover thrash. But this band's called Negative Self from Stockholm, Sweden. Kind of the same vein as old school Suicidal. Like they go back like to the regular kind of like the heavy metal singing like Mike Muir does and everything else. It's the former singer of Dr. Living Dead, which is one of my favorite bands too. So the song I got is called Dancing with the Dead off their self-titled album Negative Self.
Cool.
So you guys would probably get a kick out of this.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
We like Suicidal.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
We've assembled a collection of bands who have drummers.
I do magic.
Well, it's easy if you try, Dick. Now sit back and listen.
All right, that was my pick of the week. That was Negative Self with the track Dancing with the Dead off the 2015 album Negative Self. But yeah, enough about me. Let's go back to talking to Malas and DITHEIST.
Woo! That's where you're going to leave it?
That's how exactly how I'm leaving it. I already tossed away the paper.
Paper's gone.
Andy's done.
I dropped it.
Well, you guys got some shows coming up. I know we're talking about. What are the shows you guys got coming up?
Well, we have February the 24th. February the 24th at the Cubby Bear. And that's with Everything Must Die, Withering Soul, Malas at the Cubby Bear.
Hey.
And we also have April 8th at the Live Wire. And that'll be Johnny Vomit, Malas, and DITHEIST. But we're not sure if Hemdale's going to play yet, or I don't know. There's some. They were supposed to.
Cancel.
They might cancel, but we'll fill that band that date out slot with somebody else.
Hey,
and, if that's going to be a killer show, and you could see both bands April the 8th at the Live Wire.
Funny enough, we got asked to do that Cubby Bear show.
There you go. So maybe. All for one, one for all, right?
We do 2 shows to promote the vinyl.
That'd be cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, for your influences as individuals and a band, what would you say for everybody at the table, what you guys enjoy?
Yarek is talking because he sucks. He's just sitting there and sleeping and playing with his fucking phone.
Was it his phone?
That's fine sometimes.
Was it his phone? Where's your hand?
His hands were in the pockets.
Put your hands up. Let's see what you got.
It was his penis.
He was playing snooker in his pocket.
What's snooker?
You know what it is.
Oh, you know what it is. Little pocket pool.
That's Eastern European for you know what.
When I was younger, I liked Type O Negative. I had some influence from Peter Steele. Like with my older band Horrid, I used the chain as a bass strap. That's where I took it from, the idea from Peter Steele. He had, I think, Black Number 1 was the video.
Yeah.
He had upright bass on a chain. Yeah.
Did you like Carnivore back in the day?
I listened to all kinds of stuff, not just metal. Jazz,
I love Carnivore.
Victor Wooten, funk, jazz, whatever, and Larry Graham. And I don't have like one favorite, really. I listen to all kinds of stuff. Have influence from.
It's okay. It's a safe space. We're not judging.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of the whole general thing. To be a musician, you know, you're not just influenced from one genre. You're influenced from everything. I mean, I can think of everything from, you know, classical to music all the way to, you know, blues, jazz. All that stuff is an influence, and especially our genre where we grew up. And I mean, we've heard it all. Everything from Motown to, you know, all that stuff was on the radio at that time. It wasn't as filtered as it is now, you know? So, yeah, man, influences musically for me came from everywhere, you know? And just my whole thing was, like, I really, really liked metal, you know, Slayer and you know, back in the day and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's basically it. But as a musician, if you're really, you know, it shouldn't be one thing, no, because then I mean, what are you doing then? You know, you're not doing anything new. Yeah, you're not doing anything new.
You gotta be more open-minded for things.
Exactly, and try new things, and it's hard to do, you know, and your audience might not like it, but fuck the audience. You know?
But fuck the audience.
Because you're
that's
doing,
why we're playing for free.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay too. But you know, that's what you do. You know, you try to push the boundaries a little bit, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes, you know, people like it, people don't. Everybody likes different things. You know, nobody sticks to one thing really.
So,
you know, and if you do, you're kind of, you know.
Are you gonna name any bands?
No.
All of them. Just leave it at that.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, I agree with what everybody's saying as far as you when you're playing an instrument and you try to seek out the best musicians, so you're going to a bunch of different genres, like as a drummer, Buddy Rich is like one of the best drummers ever, and he's like the swing, big band swing music.
You go from Buddy Rich to
That-
Keith Moon.
Yeah, I mean, you can the names are endless, I'm a huge Rush fan. I love Rush.
Me too. Awesome.
All the early Rush. I even like
best drummer in the world.
Yeah, and obviously metal is where I found, my calling and what I liked to listen to the most when I was growing up. Bands like Slayer, the Big Four, Napalm Death, Carcass, just stuff that was different, and because the first time we heard that stuff is like when it was brand new, and it was like almost a little shocking, and that's what we liked about it. Bands like Wehrmacht and Cryptic Slaughter and Coroner, and just punk influences, heavy metal influences, Venom, just everything.
Hellhammer.
Yeah, Obituary, all the original stuff. Morbid Angel, the first Morbid Angel, blew our minds. We'd never
Same here.
heard anything like that. Yeah,
Fucking great.
and it just goes on from there. It just multiplies with how the band trees go. It just the roots.
DSI and Morbid Angel too. They were like such a game changers. They're just changers. They just changed everything in metal. So
And-
fast and technical and
Eric
accurate
can
and all that.
elaborate on that some more.
Those are my main influences, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I love music. I love all kinds of music and stuff. But when I was a little kid, it was Kiss was coming out. It was like Kiss, Alice Cooper, David Bowie. That was kind of like the first stuff I was exposed to. My uncle played in bands and stuff, and that, so there's always music in the family, and everybody's kind of into it and stuff. So that was that, and then just the radio and everything from Neil Sedaka to Grand Funk to the Black Sabbath later on, AC/DC, and then got turned on to Iron Maiden, Dio, Blue Oyster Cult, and all that stuff, and then as that went along, then all of a sudden there was Slayer, Corrosion Conformity, just all the bands everybody mentioned, and it was like, whoa. And then the thing was, like, when in high school, there was a lot of friends of mine or kids I knew from high school that were playing in bands, and they were playing the thrash stuff, and the only thrash I heard before seeing them play was like Metallica, like Fight Fire with Fire, and I didn't even know what the hell is that, It's like and I saw that it was like a whole movement, like a trend or thing that was happening, and saw that like high school people were doing it. It wasn't like you saw like Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath, the Judas Priest, like older guys that it's like that's who plays music or whatever. I realized like I can do this, And then I got turned on to the Slayer stuff, and then
all that stuff was new, the trash.
Yeah, Creator and all that, and I was just rabid. Every week I was going to the record store. Every week I was going to shows, and it just kind of went from there. And I, eventually got a bass and started taking lessons. And originally wanted to play drums. I was all about John Bonham, and then I saw like the Slayer Show No Mercy albums or the Hell Awaits and stuff. See Tom Ray on the back, just with the bass and the vocals. I want to be that guy, So I got into the bass and just from like the Danny Looker and like Blackie blower bass sound and stuff. That just wow, the bass is a cool instrument, So that's kind of where I got into it. And then just as I was taking lessons and stuff, I started learning how to play, and then it was like I could play all these songs I grew up listening to, like all this kind of radio, like more like the Kiss stuff, Boston, or whatever, or whatever, And I love, got turned on to the like funk music and like jazz stuff and blues stuff, you name, whatever style, just love all kinds of music, electronic stuff. I was big in the new wave and all kinds of different stuff. So that's kind of my thing. I play in a bunch of different bands, different kinds of music over the years. So yeah, I just into music and playing and stuff. And,
Just rocking.
And yeah, rocking. Fucking A. Metal rules.
Pretty much the same with me. Plus, like my first heavy band that I heard was Black Sabbath, and then Dio, and I was like, "Fuck, this is the best singer ever." And I never changed my mind. He was the best, the fucking absolute best. Classic, like yeah.
No, he still is.
Yeah. He just always appeared to be like classically trained, but he was not. But he just perfect pitch and just power. Short man with voice like hell. And then I went on to like Slayer and Megadeth and Morbid Angel, of course, DA side. Atheist. I think Atheist. This whole band is Atheist. All the sort of technical tricks that we have in here, they're like me listening to Atheist and Narcissus. And also lots of like Vader, 20 years of listening to Vader, and being friends with them and going to shows when I was a teenager in Poland and meeting, Behemoth and Hate and all those Polish bands that now are making money off of it, I guess. So yeah, then Iron Maiden, of course, and Priest and all of those bands. I was into hardcore music too, like hardcore punk at the beginning too, in my teens, like New York style, like the All Out War and 25 Alive and all those crazy Agnostic Front, all those bands. That actually started me playing like aggressive music, like more than rock and roll and stuff. And then we were just like, hey, let's play something different. We've been playing this hardcore shit for 5 years. Let's play something faster. And we sort of like arrived at death metal. And since then, I never quit.
You found your home.
We're like, it's like death and thrash and black metal all together, our band. Sort of mixing all that stuff.
Well, why don't we go ahead and play another
Wait.
two? What? Oh, you started. Didn't you start everything?
I did.
Well, I was just wondering if you had anything to add after that.
Do you have anything to add after that?
Just potatoes and some sour cream.
Oh.
Just potatoes and some sour cream.
Pierogies for these guys,
I
please.
had a follow-up question to that and everything. 'Cause
Sauerkraut
obviously-
and sour cream.
She loves pierogies. She's waiting for me to cook pierogies for her.
I'm sure she is.
I'll come over when you cook pierogies too. We'll have a party. It'd be awesome.
Fucking place smells like onions.
My
so.
follow-up question to your
Onion in my pierogi.
influences was, did you ever go through a I don't want to call it fashion, but did you ever go through a phase where like you wore a certain article of clothing because you saw your idols wearing it? Like, did you ever wear the spandex pants? Did you ever?
Ooh.
Did you ever wear
You guys
your
ever wear the
studs?
codpiece?
Like, what did you wear when you became a part of this scene?
I wore the Blackie Lawless buzzsaw blade on my fucking crotch.
The codpiece.
I did.
How'd it feel?
No, I'm kidding.
Kiss stuff. Growing up.
The
Halloween.
6-inch heels?
No. I
went out and face paint every night?
I just wore my mom's heels because of Kiss.
Every year I would be Gene Simmons or Peter Criss for Halloween, but no, man, we're all about like the '80s thrash fashion with the big high top shoes and the.
But Slayer though
Yeah,
had the makeup and everything originally.
They did, but did everybody? I mean, it's. No, I never did that.
It was just they were trying something new to see where they would get. Everybody did that. Celtic Frost did that shit. Slayer did that shit. They were just destruction
With
too.
metal, it was always like just a T-shirt of
they
a
were
band
just
and
trying
then
some
jeans,
other
and
stuff.
that's it. And maybe
Exactly.
like boots,
Yeah.
some heavy duty boots with metal tips and toes. I mean,
we know better now, so nobody does that now, right? I mean, Kiss. If you think about it, Kiss was the first black metal band that had corpse paste on. That's where they all got it from. They just put their Kiss makeup on, and then they're ready to go, right?
Even Alice Cooper before.
Arthur
Yeah,
Brown.
Alice Cooper too. Yeah, there you go.
Who did you say, Derek?
Arthur Brown.
Didn't he just play? Or
He's coming in. He's coming in to Reggie's. Fire. I'll teach you to burn.
How about in Poland? Did you wear anything? Did you have a mohawk? Did you have
Just
long hair? Just long hair.
Just long hair and
I dress like a metalhead.
and jeans with lots of holes in them and like the stupid freaking wallets on the chain and all that shit.
The chain wallet.
All right, well, let's go ahead and play a twofer. Let's play a song from DITHEIST and a song from Malas here. What would you like to play off of the self-titled DITHEIST CD, and then what would you like to play off of Path to Holocaust?
Oh, we can do like the complicated one. What's the crippling vexation? Vexation.
Okay. Crippling fixation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try Violent Executioner. That's the one.
All right, here's a side-by-side, play-by-play twofer. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Morgan. And I'm Ian.
I'm Derek.
And we are the Most of Me.
Stay tuned for our new EP, Quantum, and you are listening to
The Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard some DITHEIST. That was Crippling Vexation. And then we heard some Malas. I say it right? Yeah. Yeah. See, say it fast. I got it. Finally. It only took an hour and a half. And that was Violent Executioner. and that was super violent.
Both songs were sweet.
Both songs were kicking. And it's about that time. It's about that time of the night. We got an unsigned band pick. That little backstory, we actually saw them live last night at Reggie's with Beyond Death and Bloodletter, who was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And they're all the way in from Italy, and they killed it, but we won't say it just yet until after this.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
All right, this, like I said, from Italy. They're from...
It's pronounced Italia.
Let's pronounce that, Morgan.
Methadras.
Bergamo.
Oh.
Bergamo, Italy. That's probably not how you pronounce it.
Bergamo.
Bergamo, Italy. And the band Methadras.
Piazza.
Bravotti.
Methadras.
Prosciutto.
And let me spell that real quick. Methedras. And you were talking to them for a little bit. They are on
they're
tour.
really cool guys. They're on tour. As of yesterday, they still have 15 days left. It was their first time in the U.S., so it's pretty awesome. I mean, they play small venues. They play wherever they got booked at for the shows, and they killed it last night. They were fucking awesome.
Very
So
good.
was it only like just local?
It was just Bloodletter and Beyond Death. We watched it in the bar where the restaurant was, and then
We had dollar tacos. I had 8 of them.
It was awesome, and then we picked up both of
So you
their
had
CDs to
$8
play.
tacos.
So
I had $8 tacos.
I was impressed. They were fucking awesome, and
Yeah,
they were
very
they were
good.
very
Their guitarist was
grateful.
fucking shredding.
Yeah.
So they played in the music joint.
Yes,
as
the
they call
music
it?
joint area.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I've never seen a band in the bar side of Reggie's.
have.
I've only seen them in the
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 rock
venue,
room.
The rock
I
room.
have.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know the actual names for them?
Yeah.
The music joint and the rock room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what if
All
you
right.
look up on the Reggie's website.
Dude,
And then
we've
they
been around
have-
since 2000, man. Come on.
They have shows.
I think
I should have known.
I've seen you guys at Reggie's like once or twice.
Yeah.
They have shows upstairs too in the punk area where the record store is too.
What? Well, all right. Well,
They brought the fucking swords.
We've got
Let's do some fighting.
Weapons on the table, and we're ready to rock.
we've got the song "Fallout" off of their album "System Subversion." So Methadras with the song "Fallout" off the album "System Subversion," all the way from Italy. Let's fucking rock it.
Responsibilities, well, we know to a living in
This is Jeff.
This is Linus.
We're in the band Nephilim.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
All right, we just heard Methadress all the way from Italy. Bergamo. Saying it super stupid.
Brogotti.
Yeah. With the song Fallout, and that's off their album System Subversion. We saw them last night. They're still on tour. Bergamo. We saw them on tour last night. They're still in the States for, what do you say, another 15 days or 15 shows?
15 dates left on the tour.
Sweet. Well, check them out. Methadress.
Yep. So we're
or Methadress. Is it Methadress or Methadress?
I think it's Methadress.
I think that's how they pronounced it. Okay.
Pretty sure. But they were awesome. I really liked them. They were very impressive. So, just a couple announcements. I know we've got a ton more music to play before the show's wrapped up. So I just want to show that on Friday we are hoping to head out to the Red Line Tap to see our friends in Nephilim play with
if we can find a parking
Miss
spot.
Anthropy and Minds Horizon. That's going to be at 9 p.m. again at Red Line Tap, and it's only $7, 21 and up, and starts at 8 p.m. And then we were just at Reggie's on Monday. Coming up is the 100th show at the Doom Room, which is happening February 18th. And that's in Lafayette, Indiana. Luco's band, The Forms They Take, are going to be playing alongside our friends in Antica Arcana. Weedbee, the Mound Builders are playing Lucifist, a bunch more, and it's only $10, $20 if you want VIP, where you get a free glass, poster, and food. But
Do
that's
I get
going
a
to be
free glass,
awesome. I don't
poster,
know.
and food?
Talk to Nick
I hope
Maxon.
so.
He's the dude to hook it up at the Doom Room. And then a couple awesome shows still coming up. Of course, we have Malas playing at the Cubby Bear on the February 24th. There's also another show that we're helping sponsor at the Liars Club with the Coyote Man and Sons of Ra.
Coyote Man.
And what's the other band? Come, I Need Your Help. That is happening at the Liars Club, and Sons of Ra is selling tickets, a shirt, and a CD for a bundle if you want to go to their Bandcamp and Facebook page for details. And then also happening on that date is the After the Burial show that we'll be at Bottom Lounge. And that's what we got coming up right now. And next week is going to be a female-fronted black metal band. I'm going to butcher this name until they come on and tell me. Matanak is how I'm going to say it for right now.
Okay.
But that's probably wrong. It's Metianak.
It's just like with Malas.
Except more letters.
With us, it was the same. It was always DTS, DITHEIST, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Deist.
So
We are Malas.
Matanak is the band coming on. And it's going to be awesome. I'm looking very, very forward to the show. Another female coming out and hanging out, talking metal.
Metals.
That's how it's going to be. And then we're skipping February 14th and February 21st for shows for other plans, unfortunately. But we'll be back at
Where
the
you
end of the
guys
month.
going?
February 28th.
Where are we going, Morgan?
What are you guys
with
doing?
Witherer. Well, Valentine's Day, this bar has a bunch of events going on here.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
going to
they're
be
gonna be
hard,
packed.
hard to get in here with how busy they're going to be. And then the 21st is my father's birthday.
Nice.
So we're going out. We're
Going
gonna
out
eat
to
food.
dinner.
Very nice.
We're taking him. We're taking him to Hooters.
All right. Don't let him get a heart attack.
And that's what I got.
We're
So
taking him to the strip joint. Hot
I
dogs.
I love him.
Dollar hot dogs and $6 pitchers at the strip joint.
I wanted to ask the guys before we play the last two tracks of the night where everybody can find your band, your merch if you have
On
any
the
for
information
sale,
superhighway.
your upcoming shows, and of course also the studio for recording that you can record at for Malas's.
Yeah, but it's really expensive. It's top
But
rate.
Is it worth it though?
It's totally worth it, but you can't afford it.
He's charging $300 per song.
It's like the fucking, the studio Nazi,
I mean,
No,
as long
it
as you're
depends how much money
As
you
long
got.
as
I
you're
guess
being
I'll do the
honest.
truck. I'll do the thing.
Depends if you can sell your house or not.
That's right. So Malas is playing, like Morgan mentioned, on the 24th. of February with Everything Must Die and Withering Soul. We're also playing April the 8th, not with Hemdale because I think they're canceling, but we still have a good lineup with Johnny Vomit, us, and DITHEIST. So we're looking forward to that. You can find us on www.malas.biz or on the Facebooks or on the MySpaces or on the Pinrests or on the shit faces, whatever you want.
The shit faces. We're on shit face.
We're on shit
Malas,
face.
Malas.biz.
Malas shit face.
So at the end, it's a business. Malas.biz.
What's that? You can find all our stuff, all our buy our merch, buy our shirts, buy our records, buy our CDs, upcoming shows, videos, stuff we got all over the interwebs, on the YouTubes, and on the YouTubes or whatever it's called.
The YouPorn.
The YouPorn. The iLive. That's pretty much it for us. We play here in Chicago. I think those are going to be, for right now, the only 2 shows that we're doing in Chicago, and we're actually going to get together and do a little mini tour that we've been thinking about doing in the East Coast and the Midwest, hitting a whole bunch of different cities. Keep an eye out. Keep in tune with our Facebook, and you'll find out more information.
Pretty much the same with us. Most of our merchandise and the CDs and stickers and the new record is available on Bandcamp, and I think the CD is linked to our Facebook, and that's about it. You can see our videos on YouTube and MySpace, and we have some. I recently found out that we have some Russian or Ukrainian website or whatever. But people,
those fuckers got us too, man.
Our album, when it came out, maybe like after a month, it was very popular on all the torrents in Russia and Ukraine, and now they have a fan website, whatever. It's like VKontakte, whatever it's called. It's like a Russian copy of Facebook. So
Nice. That's
so we're on there now.
And if you're checking out Russian Facebook,
lots of people do. And
Roscotti.
we're just doing that one show on April 8th at Livewire with Johnny Vomit and Malas, and probably one more band, 4 bands, I think.
Awesome.
That's all.
Well, what track do you want to leave the night playing?
And we're going to do try to record a new album as soon as possible, but
us too. We're on that too.
That's probably in summer or maybe spring.
This thing was released in 2013, so we're due for a new release. We got,
Yeah.
I think the next couple of shows that we're going to do, I mean, we have a whole bunch of new songs, so we're going to be playing the new songs mainly. And, our old stuff too, our old favorites, so it's going to be good.
Oh, by the way, the Vader is going to tour states in spring with Internal Bleeding.
Nice.
And a couple other bands.
You're going to play with them?
No.
Just going to be there to hang out.
How do you tour with a band like that for a month? You quit work, everyone quits work, and we go on tour.
That's right. You go hungry. You don't pay for your house.
I
go homeless.
You mean
I can do it right now,
castle.
I can't do it right now.
Can't pay for his castle.
I can do it
man.
right
How do you
now.
heat that fucking thing?
But like Narcissus,
you got heat in there?
Narcissus has 3 kids and stuff. He can
Polish, probably not.
There's no heat. There's no water in the
There's no
castle.
heat, no water.
No, nothing. That's why it was cheap.
There's no.
It's unfurnished. The castle is unfurnished.
Oh, it has a couple.
You have
like,
to furnish it yourself.
It has a couple cool like medieval chests. Wood and metal chests, and there's a few things in there, but mostly empty.
That's not going to keep you warm during the winter, though.
He's hooking up the guy that won the bid, the action. He's hooking up electricity right now. I was there like 2 weeks ago, I think.
He's hooking up a
Yeah,
PlayStation?
No, he's hooking up the electricity.
Electricity.
They had like a huge hole in there, and he was
Conrad
pulling cables
is
when I was there.
referring to a castle that he convinced everybody he bought out in the surrounding areas.
Everything's possible on Facebook.
But it was really, he broke into some guy's castle because he
And just took pictures from it.
And just took pictures claiming his own. But That's another story for another.
You have to.
episode.
If you cannot win, you have to win some way. You know.
There you go.
Or at least fool yourself for a minute.
You fooled me. I was convinced.
Morgan seriously was like, dude, Conrad just bought a castle.
The
I
comments
was like,
totally have me
"What?"
convinced. Oh my god. Okay, but
I was like,
anyway.
what are you talking about? She's like, hold on, I'll find it. She's like,
I'm the
look,
most
I'm like,
gullible
that's,
person ever.
and I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
But anyway,
And, yeah,
what's
big
the
disappointment when you're like, no.
last track that you
We're
guys
probably
wanna-
gonna shoot a video there sooner or later. We will.
Break in or get approval first?
No,
Fuck it, break in.
Next
man.
time,
just break in. We'll help you, dude.
Gonna buy
We'll
it
hold the
first.
fucking guy back.
Actually, I went there last time, and I was hoping, you know, he's gonna show up because he's like in the next house or somewhere, very, very, very close. So I was hoping he's gonna show up so I can ask him for permission or whatever shit. He didn't show up, so I don't know how I'm gonna.
Fuck it, we'll show up with some hoods. You know,
First band to do a dual.
Show up
music
with
video.
your fucking your medieval.
we'll bring our fucking swords
Tools.
and shit and mace and stuff.
Whoa! Wait
Fuck
a
'em
minute.
up.
That is a music video idea.
Right,
Malice
right.
versus Ditheist war in the
castle.
castle.
The castle was actually built for the guy's medieval collection of armor and swords and all kinds of axes and stuff.
That's pretty sweet.
So in 1937 it was built.
He's like, you know what I need to hold all of my axes and sweet medieval armory? A fucking castle.
Where's he gonna put the Iron Maiden? Right?
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, you need something.
So the last tracks for the night from each band, what would you like to play?
The titular track?
Yeah, we'll do the title track, man. Path to Holocaust.
I would like to say, Luke, our singer, you suck. This is the second time you didn't show up.
Luke is a good guy. I mean, I've seen
Go
him
up,
live.
go up.
You've seen him live.
He's a good guy.
He's
Someone
a good guy.
at the show, which show was it? At Livewire, someone said, "Oh, by the way, that 14-year-old boy, he fucking rules."
Yeah, I mean, you see him and you're like, all right, we'll see what he got, and then whoa, you know, you're surprised because it's yeah, you know.
You have a 14-year-old vocalist?
No, he's extremely skinny and he's like 26, but everyone thinks he's underage and stuff.
He gets carded all the time.
Card that guy twice.
It's okay.
So what?
He's like a Napoleon Dynamite.
Ditheist
model.
track do you want to play to end the night?
You can pick one.
All right.
Morgan, you pick one.
I
I'm
want
sorry,
to
Luke, I
play
love you.
Eternal Corridors because it sounds like you just opening the doors in the castle of the never-ending way.
It has a little bit of like black metal in there.
Perfect. Well, here we go to the end of the night. Another twofer. Here is Malas and Ditheist. Last pick of the evening. Thank you, and we will see you next week.
Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Bargain windows. Try to hide. They're coming. You can feel it. That cold ain't the weather. That's death approaching.
Seas of witches, in pain and will forever. demon's feast. Ongoing lives on the ground, people die in vain. Demons overflow the earth, godless bleak despair. And so, as the demons rise, and God looks helplessly on board, does they overlook the creation to take their rightful place? Does the rulers of eternal authority.